Hello and welcome back to the dig. First thing we're going to do right now is deal with things down the dark tunnel, specifically in terms of getting this um, spire tramway turned back on. Additionally, I took a look at the video from last time and realized what I had been doing wrong. So, luckily, you should be able to fix that. Also, realized that I had made a mistake and forgot to do something, which I will correct now. So, by putting this blue rod that we found over on that other spire in here, we're able to kind of turn on the controls here, and we need to figure out how to turn all these guys back on.
It's where all the crystals meet.
And I can't pretend like I really remember how to do that. Let's see what happens. I feel like I'm just turning all these off and nothing's good's gonna happen. Oh, wait, something. Ah, yes, okay. So you can see these slight variations in... Okay, so let's get all these on now. As we make these adjustments, we're getting some slight variations in the shine from the selected crystal. And when we find the correct setting, there we go, they will turn on. Okay. A little better. Alright, and last one. Let's get all these trams turned on. Okay, and beautiful. Alright, let's get out of here. And the tram, which had previously been off, is now back on. Good, so let's head up the airlock. Back to the Nexus. Why there's an airlock in here, I don't know. It's kind of a world-building addition to make things feel a little more lived in, but I can't say that I understand the purpose of it within the context of this world. So, one of the things I forgot to do, which normally you would kind of accidentally do early on, but if you click on this device,
It's pointing behind me.
that actually would be misleading from this point, I think. We don't truly want to go behind Boston. We want to continue on this way, and yeah, walking through here can be more difficult than it probably should be, but it's okay. We'll get there eventually. And we want to head back up this rock slide to where we landed. And we got a very interesting view. The crystalline structure. As it gets more and more solid with each light bridge we turn on. And if we use our device again,
It's pointing behind me.
still not as helpful as I'd like, but that's fine. What we really want to do is go to this dirt ramp where we didn't have anything to really do before. And use the device here.
It seems to be pointing at this mound.
Take our shovel, solves everything.
With that device pointing at this mound, I suspect there might be something buried here.
Thanks for the announcement. Can always trust on Boston to be talking to absolutely no one. Alright, and we get this bracelet,
It looks like a bracelet.
which we will need in order to make this device be in any way useful. Alright, so presumably you normally would have, when you found the device over here in the wreck, would have used it right away, just trying to figure out what it is. But unfortunately, experience hurt me in the fact that I already felt confident that I knew what to do, and so didn't bother to use the device. Hopefully I went to the right tram. I believe I did. We're going to go to the spire that previously we were not able to use because the tram had been out. I do want to go back to that rat trap area on the second spire, but I figure this way we could just use the light bridges and it'll be easier. Assuming, of course, that this spire has a light bridge, but it certainly seems like they usually do, so I feel confident that we can trust in that. Alright, hop on the tram, go for a nice hamster ball ride. Ooh, pretty. Here we come to a screen that we will probably never see again. Alright, so we have the tramway back there, and a plateau up here that we'll come to. We got kind of a tree here, it looks like. Long dead, but it's there. Some kind of stone plate. Let's see what's going on with this
I
plate.
can't move this thing with my bare hands.
Can we use this shovel?
It's half buried in dirt and rubble. Let's see if this plate can be moved.
Yes, let's see. It's always the shovel. Alright, let's head down here, see what's going on.
Could this be some sort of burial chamber?
I'm assuming the answer is yes, but it's the second time he's just kind of arbitrarily decided that something must be a burial chamber. Some kind of markings over here. Nope. Alright, looks like that opens a shutter. But nothing else really is happening down here at this moment. We have a rod. Maybe we can put it in this hole.
I can't use these two things together.
Maybe it needs power. Aha! How about now? And nothing seems to be happening still. We put the rod on this loose stone.
That should hold it.
Okay. Now what? What if we look outside? Okay, looks like there's some dirt covering that shutter. Maybe that was the problem.
There's something smooth under the dirt. A lens. Light must pass through it down into...
Down
It's
into
the lens I uncovered.
what? Alright, maybe that did things. Can we stand in the lights? Alright. Well, maybe there's something else we have to do. I'm going to take this rod for now.
How do you keep an earthling busy?
Alright, let's head out. And we'll come down this path. Ah, there we go. See? We found our light bridge projector. Let's see if we need to adjust this one or if it's going to work like this already. Nope.
Uh-oh. Looks like the warranty must have run out on this light bridge.
Alright, let's make some adjustments here. Fix the lens like
Just
we did
needs
last
a
time.
little adjustment.
And let's fire it up again. Oh. Perhaps a second adjustment?
Okay, so maybe it needs a little more adjustment.
That sounds like a better hum that we're looking for. Alright, so we got bridge 3 going. Um, let's continue on before we... Ooh, bats. Fun.
The bat things are up on the ceiling.
Okay.
What do I have that can reach clear up there?
Shovel?
That won't reach.
Well, I don't know that we need to reach anything right now, but...
Here you are, Brink.
Hey! What's up, Brink? How you been?
You haven't been answering.
Well, we haven't been calling, but still.
I was busy. Trying to concentrate on my work. I don't have time for interruptions.
In other words, you want me to go away.
Those are the right words. Go away.
Brink was always a little, aggressive, but he usually wasn't this much of an outright jerk, per se. Let's see if, he'd be willing to talk with us long enough to explain what he's doing.
Brink,
Let's see if any of this interests him.
I don't know what you're doing right now, Brink, but those ghosts had things they wanted us to do, and we need to get home. And you're not doing either one.
What I'm doing is more important. But I'll never accomplish anything while I have incessant interruptions.
Alright. You got anything to say about this tablet I found?
With all your newfound brilliance, Brink, can you make any sense out of this?
I don't have time to analyze every meaningless bit of debris you pick up and carry around with you, Commander Lowe.
I'm surprised he still calls us Commander.
I'm worried that these life crystals may have side effects.
The only side effect is the envy of people who haven't used them.
Have you used more of them?
Their effect on health and intelligence increases with each use.
What about their effect on sanity?
These life crystals are the most important technology ever created. They are the answer to everything.
That sounds resounding. Let's see if he's got anything to say about
These
the
light bridges link the spires. It's a lot faster than using the trams.
I'm so happy for you.
Alright, that's probably enough. Let's head out. Should probably check in with Maggie at some point, but for the time being, let's head back over to the other spire, which... Okay, so we're calling this the Tomb Spire, and we never really came up with a name for this spire yet, so... Alright, let's head back in here. And I didn't see it at first, but this dowel is here, which is the piece that we were missing.
A short metal dowel.
I'll grab this cover
There's
as well.
something moving in here.
Oh, I don't want to do that right now. Just grab this cover, which we'll need later once we
A
find the
thin
piece.
metal plate with a button on it.
So if we take the dowel and we put it in this hole here,
That's a nice fit.
now we can pick up the pole with Commander Lowe using proper lumbar support by bending at the knee, looking like he's 1,000 years old. Oh, I misclicked. Really needs to psych himself up first before he can pick this up. There we go, that's better. Alright, now we can use our cage as a cage. And the reason that I took this rod back is so that we could build it up.
If only I had some bait for this trap. But I'll just have to play sheepdog.
And yes, we truly do have to, quote, play sheepdog and try
There's something
to
moving in here.
corral the little rat guy in here, which is not as easy as I'd like it to be, but I think if I come around here this way, it should work. It should get scared into the cage. Alright, excellent.
Now I've got you.
Now
If I
he's-
let you out, you'll head for the place where you hide nice shiny machinery parts. The only trouble is, how am I gonna follow you?
I have to say, I don't quite think that his logic holds perfectly here. That we just assume it was definitely this exact creature and that he's going to go to the exact same spot. But if we give him that bracelet, then we can release him and follow him with the device.
It's a small alien critter with an electronic collar.
Yeah, I know it is. Take him out of the trap.
Go, little creature. Roam free, wherever. A thin metal rod.
Good job. All right, so we'll hold on to these as well. Can go up there for now. And we will use our device to track the little creature.
It's indicating to the right.
Yeah, they really didn't take much three-dimensional space into account when it came to using that device, but that's okay.
It's got to be right under here. This is where the tracker's pointing.
Well, I don't know what we could possibly use. Maybe we can dig with the rod? No, it is the shovel. It is always the shovel.
It's the critter's empty nest.
After all, it is called the dig.
What if I hadn't brought this shovel along? No, that's not worth thinking about.
Doesn't sound like the critter is too pleased.
The critter sure
Oops.
didn't like that.
Sorry.
He took off down one of his tunnels.
Cool. That's nice.
Now maybe I can get the door open.
Alrighty. Let's head this way. And let's take the machine part, which apparently you just
Now with any
Pop
luck,
back
this
in.
will work.
take the cover, throw it
Now let's
on.
get this thing closed up and see if it works. Open sesame.
Hey, alright. Alright, let's head in here. And, ooh, we get another rod.
Another one of these engraved sticks.
Which should give us access to the last of the locked doors, or at least the doors that are locked with these geometric patterns. I don't remember if we have to close this or not. I think we do, though. No, maybe not. Alright, let's take these scepters. What's going on here?
The scepter seems to have an electrical charge.
Okay. And what's going on with this light? Let's see. Let's see if we can use these scepters in here. Ooh, fancy. Now, things get a little bit interesting. And as we sit here, these two orbs continue to rotate around this central orb. And let's see what happens if we use the silver scepter on the ceiling. Things stop. And it seems that we can control this smaller orb with the silver scepter. And then the gold scepter. Oop. Gold scepter seems to move both of them together. Okay. So,
It's the ceiling of the dome.
that's nice.
It's the ceiling of the dome.
Let's see what's going on with that. see these. Is that doing anything? I don't know. But if I think back, I remember there being something in the museum about a couple of moons, I believe. Oops, I might have skipped it. Let's see if this was the right one. Alright, yeah, we see these two moons that seem to be lined up on either side of a hole in a tall rock spire near a tree that Commander Lowe seems to think is
The larger
a
moon is
burial
being
symbol.
eclipsed by the smaller one.
Okay. So perhaps we need to try to find a way to generate an eclipse here at the tomb spire. So let's see what's going on over here. So we see the large moon is relatively close to this gap here. So why don't we try to recreate that. Planetarium spire, okay. That makes sense. So I don't know if this will follow perfectly, but it looked like the moon was, let's see, the gold one does the larger one. So I would say we want to move this just slightly up. Yes, do the fancy thing. To about there-ish. And then it seemed that the smaller one is supposed to be eclipsing the larger one. So right about there-ish. No.
It's the ceiling of the dome.
Wonderful.
It depicts a planet and its moons. It's a depiction of the largest moon of this planet.
Okay, so Lowe definitely thinks that it's this planet, which I agree with. And let's get this lined up just a little bit better. Alright, so that looks pretty good to me.
It depicts a planet and its moons. Perhaps it's this planet.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this one of the... Yeah, it's one of the plates. Almost missed it. Alright, so only one more plate left. Let's see how things look. Back out at the tomb spire. Alright, so we're a little off.
I thought those moons were in a synchronous orbit. What could have caused the moons to move?
Good question. Alright, so we want to come over a little bit further, and the small moon needs to move a little bit more in front of the larger one. So let's go to the planetarium, head back in. This is potentially one of the most frustrating parts of this game, just because it feels like it could just take an eternity to make kind of these relatively subtle changes that should probably be a little less sensitive. But there we go. We created an egg. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
No! Why is that door closing? He didn't steal that part again, did he? I'm trapped in here?
Call Maggie or Brink. Brink's not going to save us. Let's see, what does this button do? Ta-da!
Ha! Controls still work on this side.
Good for you, Lo. Good for you. Okay, so the question now is, do we go back to that tomb, or do we go to the final spire? And I think the thing to do will be to go to the tomb first. So why don't we head over here and we'll come down. Already put our power core in here. What happens now if we step on here? Oh, interesting.
For a minute there, I thought I'd raise the dead.
Well, you did.
Again.
There you go.
Apparently they still wanted dead guys to be able to get a tan. That should hold it.
Alright, I guess he just does that. What's going on with the statue, huh?
I worry this statue is life-sized.
That's fair.
I hope I don't get kicked out for destroying the exhibit.
Alright, let's
This
take
is
a
a
look at this
pretty
crypt.
elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important.
What happens if I take the rod away now?
It's jammed.
Oh, alright.
I
guess
can't
that's
get it
staying
out.
there. How about this guy? Can you get the power source back?
Now we've got some decent lighting.
I guess not. Can I get up on here? Do anything with it?
This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important.
Alright, I guess... Let's see, maybe I can call Maggie?
Robbins, this is Lowe. Do you read?
Robin's here. What is it?
Does she have anything to say about this crypt? No? Okay. Let's just see how
How are
she's
you
doing in the
doing with
library.
your data retrieval?
I'm retrieving. I'm just not understanding.
But you're pretty sure it's their language.
I don't know. Just like the museum you found, I think this library was meant to be used by lots of different species. I think this language may have been especially designed to be easy to translate.
If it's easy, why is it taking so long?
It's easy compared to translating a genuinely alien language that you've never heard spoken aloud. Give me a break, Boston.
That's
I
pretty
think
fair.
I've got a handle on a couple of the symbols, but I have to test it out and see if it makes sense.
I'm thinking that maybe we should consider teaming up again.
Why? I think the answer to getting home is here in these displays. You go out and explore like you have been, and I'll work at getting us home.
Ooh.
When I figure it out, I'll take you with me. No charge.
Alright, I think that's enough for now.
Thanks.
Alright, well, nothing seems to be happening with the crypt here, so let's head outside. Is there anything we do with the shutter, maybe?
It's the lens I uncovered.
Alright, well, let's head back to the base of the spire, and I guess I lied. We will see this tram scene one more time. Take the tram back so that we are in position to open the final door. And as soon as we get there, I think I'll probably end the episode there. And next time we'll see what's going on at this final spire, or final spire with a door locked with the engravings. And maybe we'll figure out what we can do over at that tomb other than destroy a seemingly ancient statue. You know, while we're here, why don't we just throw this plate in? God, you can be so slow, Boston. Alright. And yeah, I think this way is slightly faster. It's pretty equivalent, but that's okay. Alright, so we will end things here, and next time we'll pop this door open. Alright, see you later. Bye.